My name is Beryl Sperling. I'm a writer. That's what I do. I don't sell much, but I write. I moved to Ashkelon a few years back. I love the quiet, the beach, the surroundings, the people. That's where I met my wife, Sharon. We were both divorcees looking to start a new life. We became settled in. Good friends, Shabbat meals, a sense of real community. We felt we had an ideal life. Everything seemed so peaceful until the day it happened, until the murder in Ashkelon. I hope you don't mind me coming in, Sharon.
Of course not, Beryl. It's only going to be women anyway.
I do need to see my mother.
I understand. Oh, Beryl, do you think anything's changed?
No, but I want to be there if she snaps out of it.
She's been catatonic for over a year.
She sees ghosts.
Her father?
Yes.
You really can't believe that.
We're here, Sharon.
Oh, okay. Thank you. See you later, honey.
Here, take the champagne. Give a toast to the birthday girl in my name.
Birthday girl. She's 95 years old.
Mazal tov. Enjoy. Love you.
Love you too.
Janice, how good to see you.
Oh, Sarah, it's been ages.
How's Bob? Did he actually have the surgery?
Well, he's too vain not to.
And how did it go?
We don't know. He's still in bandages.
What exactly did they do?
Oh, a little nip, a little tuck here and there.
Oh, vanity of vanities, all is vanity.
Ah, save your Kohelet quotes for your next Witzo speech, Madam Chairwoman. By the way, how are your children?
Oh, dealing with their lifestyle and their children and their vacations, their cars. My niece Debbie is still living here, bless her soul. My mother is so lucky to have her close by.
I'm sure. What nachas for you all.
Sharon, didn't Beryl come?
No, Eleanor. He went to see his mother, and I don't know if he really wanted to be around all of these women.
Between you and me, how are you two doing?
Oh, you know.
I Googled second marriages the other day. Do you know how many second marriages end in divorce? And one of the spouses returns to their first ex? It's an amazing phenomenon.
I really don't think that's any of your business.
Can I get you anything, Grandma?
Yes, Debbie. Maybe you can find me another 20 years. But seriously, can you refasten my necklace?
Of course, it's beautiful.
Yeah, it's one of the last ones I can still find. Be careful of my mask. Who knows what diseases these vermin have brought in with them.
Please, everyone, sit down, sit down. It's time to toast my mother.
Let me pop this champagne. Beryl sent it.
Auntie, can I have a glass too? She is my granny.
Yes, of course, Debbie. Everyone drinks for me.
And a glass for you too, Nilly.
No, never touch that bubbly. Sarah, the usual.
Ah, what is that you're drinking, Neely? It smells disgusting. Oh, like lighter fluid.
Paulinka, I never leave home without it.
Oh, smells like it was brewed in the boondocks.
You should know.
What? What do you mean by that?
She even brought that flask to our last Wheatstone meeting.
Didn't help though, Sarah. We're losing money left and right.
Not my fault.
Oh, no one's blaming you, my dear. Don't look so guilty.
Poor darling Neely, not a day over 95. I even Googled.
Oh, Eleanor, you truly are a cyberphile,
A what?
an online addict, aren't you, Eleanor?
I guess you could say that.
Well, anyway, to a true pioneer.
A founder of our wonderful city.
A person always in the know. My very own Mummy Dearest.
To my selfless granny. Oh, that's for me. I'll be right back. Someone is dropping something off.
L'chaim!
L'chaim!
Fine.
Time.
And I have a special announcement. I'm about to publish my first nonfiction book, a memoir.
About what?
Ashkelon?
The people? Us?
My husband proofread it. Nothing modern day. He told me we can all relax.
What's it about?
The good old days.
When was that?
Before we had this confounded state, and we had real leadership, not these wishy-washy leaders of today. There was a time we took action, made real decisions, and acted on them, no matter what the cost. We didn't get this silver platter for nothing, you know.
Mum was a real fighter.
I still am. Let's have another drink. L'chaim.
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 Time.
L'chaim.
Hello, Mother. How are you feeling today? It's me, Beryl. Can you hear me? Do you know I'm here? I love you so much. Do you still see him? Who could that be at this hour?
I'll get it, honey. Just you go back to sleep. I'll take it in the other room. I thought I told you never to call me here. What? What? Do they know? I'm so sorry. Thanks for letting me know. Yes, I can make some calls. Are you okay? Yes, she did live a long life. Okay, bye.
Who was it?
Sarah, Lily's dead.
How?
She died in her sleep.
Well, thank God it was peaceful.
I have some calls to make.
She was a devoted wife and a loving, caring mother and a doting grandmother. Nili was the pillar of our community here in Ashkelon, which she helped found after her days at Moshav Bet Harut. She was born in New York in 1928 and moved to Israel shortly after World War II. The Holocaust had a profound influence on her Jewish and Zionist identity, and she vowed to be a player in the writing of Jewish history and in the founding of the Jewish state. She lived it, and it was no dream.
You spoke beautifully, Sarah.
Thank you, Sharon, and thank you for arranging the food.
Auntie, I didn't know Grandma had so many friends.
Sadly, so many have passed like her.
It's a lovely shiva, Sarah, if I may say so.
Thank you, Beryl. Will you lead the minyan when it's time?
Of course.
I Googled her. There were so many things I didn't know.
And so many things she did know.
Why, whatever could you mean?
Just seems that she kept tabs on everybody.
She really was a busybody.
Well, I'll tell you, we were only here a few months, and she seemed to know all our whole life story.
You know, it's all out there on the big bad web.
And Neely was definitely a spider, if you know what I mean.
Poisonous.
Inspector Baker?
Yes, how can I be of help?
They said you were the best English speaker on the police force.
I ought to be. I was born in England. Do speak Hebrew as well.
I prefer English.
No problem. How can I be of assistance?
I think there might be something fishy about my mother's death.
When did she die?
Last month, but I'm slowly getting suspicious.
How did she die?
In her sleep,
How old was she?
95.
And you think this is suspicious? Sounds like she lived a long life.
I wouldn't have come here if I didn't think something was wrong.
Such as?
Well, most of her good jewellery seemed to just disappear.
Maybe she gave some of.
I don't think so. And please look at these. Several of her bank account statements that I wasn't aware she even had.
That's not that abnormal.
But look, there are some monthly state deposits in each account, and they all stopped after she passed.
Let me have a look.
Do you think?
Leave these with me. I'll get back to you.
When?
Soon. Very soon.
Hamotzi lechem min haaretz.
Amen.
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 Patei avon.
Soup, everybody. What would you like in it?
Please, everything.
Just clear broth, dear.
Yes, everything. Debbie?
No, thank you. I'm not hungry.
Anything wrong, Debbie?
I just miss Grandma, especially on Shabbat.
We all do.
Here you go. I hope it's hot enough.
It's fine, honey. Listen, Debbie, it's normal to feel this way.
I thought after a month it would go away. I feel so guilty.
Why do you feel guilty?
It was so special you were with her in her closing days.
It's just that
No more talk of feeling guilty. She lived a full life. Now let's just enjoy our Shabbat meal, shall we?
Yes.
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 Okay. Maybe I will have some soup.
Great, great. I'll get it. Everything in it?
Please.
Hello, Mother. How are you feeling today? It's me, Beryl. Can you hear me? Do you know I'm here? I love you so much. Do you still see him?
Tati. Tati.
Mother! Mother!
So you said the night she died, you and your guests were all in this room having a party.
Yes, officer. And here's that list of names of people who were there. These were her closest friends.
All in their 90s?
No, much younger. She was the last of her peers.
I understand.
I'll get it. It's for me. Who are you?
Just your neighbourly copper?
I didn't do anything.
No one said you did.
My My friend is outside. I'll be right back.
She always act this guilty.
Actually, yes.
Nice car her friend has.
Quite nice. A bit too flashy, though.
What's that strange looking flask?
Palinka, Nili's drink of choice.
Mind if I smell it? What?
Yes, quite a kick. Here, I thought you might want to glance through this. It was Nili's memoir. I thought maybe if there's something fishy, maybe. Oh, I don't know.
Listen, I have a very difficult question for you.
Please?
How would you feel if we exhumed your mother's body?
You mean dig her up?
Yeah, I have a hunch there might have indeed been foul play.
You know how I feel. Just wait a bit longer. I can't leave him right now. Not with his mother. I've got to go.
She spoke.
Your mother?
Yes. She said Tati.
Tati? Father? But he died over 80 years ago.
I think that he's her ghost. She never got over losing him.
Hello? Yes. Yes, of course I'll be there. I'll ask him. Thank you.
Who is that?
The police. They want me to meet them at Nilly's.
Whatever for.
I have no idea. They said you could come too if you're free.
Of course.
You know he can't come back. It's still not safe for him. No, there's still. Wait, I gotta go. I got another call coming in. Yes, that's me. Who? Where? Why? Oh, of course I'll be there.
Well, as you can see, and I'm so sorry to be the bearer of this news, we're going to have to close our Wheatso branch. We're broke. Not a shekel to our name. And the debts, well, oh, Saved by the Bell. Yes, of course. I'll be there. Sometimes life gets stranger and stranger. Now, what was I saying? Oh, yes.
With the 10-hour difference and bank holiday, this should compute perfectly. Yes? Oh, where are you calling from? Oh, Ashkelon. Why, of course. See you soon.
I'm glad you could all be here. Let's see. I know, of course, Sarah and her niece Debbie. Thank you for hosting this little soiree. I assume you must be Sharon and her husband Beryl. You're the only couple I've invited.
Pleasure to meet you.
All mine. Now, let me guess. Janice?
How did you?
Your palms are sweaty. You're quite nervous. Something's bothering you quite immensely. And Eleanor?
How?
Your fingertips have calluses, as if you use them considerably on a computer keyboard. And I must admit, I've spent the last week studying all of you up close and afar. I'm pleased you didn't spot me tailing you. It wasn't easy. This is still a small town.
But why?
Lily Cohen was murdered.
Murdered?
That's preposterous.
She died in her sleep. I saw her.
She's 95.
And she was poisoned. We did an autopsy.
But she was buried.
We dug her up.
But who would have?
From what I've learned, who wouldn't have?
What are you implying?
Each one of you had a motive.
Even me?
Yes, even you.
I came to you and
necessary to claim the insurance money on the supposed stolen jewellery, which, by the way, appeared in a pawn shop in Jaffa.
How did it get there?
Let's just say that the jewellery was pawned to support a drug habit.
My husband's been clean for over a year.
Habit? It was serviced from home delivery.
She promised me that jewelry anyway. I just speeded up the process.
Speed seems to be one of the drugs you didn't purchase. We picked up your dealer. You shouldn't have driven such a flashy car. Anyway, my dear Sarah, there is also that little indiscretion with the Witso accounts.
I can explain.
Don't bother. And you, Janice, we know about your husband's past. Extradition papers are being delivered to him right about now.
We've changed. He's clean. We've made a new life.
Yes, but he must go back and straighten out his old one.
How did you know?
I followed the money. Thanks to Sarah spotting those bank statements. Beryl, didn't you notice monthly payments going out of your joint account?
I'm a writer. The only thing I know about banking is how to write a check.
Certain sum was paid to an account which Nilly owned on a monthly basis.
Sharon, what's this about?
She was blackmailing me.
What?
Was blackmailing all of these ladies.
Beryl, I'm sorry. I thought if you found out it would destroy you, especially with your mother's situation. Beryl, I'm leaving you. I'm going back to Michael. I don't think I ever stopped loving him. Nilly found out that Michael and I were seeing each other on a regular basis, and she began asking for money. I paid it, but I didn't kill her.
Janice, I always thought you and Bob were a bit too secretive. It must have been you two.
No, it wasn't us. Neely had mutual friends with us in Canada. She found out that way. It's been over 2 years that I've been paying her. I thought we were home free. We really have changed, but I didn't kill her.
Sarah, there was always something about your relationship with your mother. A kind of sick love-hate thing going on.
It wasn't me, although we had our issues. My mum was a member of the inner circle at Wheatso, and she became suspicious where our funds had gone. I just wanted to help my kids out. It's so hard here to make ends meet. I was going to pay the money back. It just got so out of hand. And then it was too late. But my mother, could you be thinking?
Eleanor, you seem to be a little too quiet. I think I recall a little tension between you and Neely. Did you kill her?
Right, Beryl. Remember when I stayed at Neely's when my house was being renovated? That was before Debbie moved in. I made the mistake of leaving my computer on, and she saw it all. Hacking bank accounts had been my livelihood even before the internet became a household commodity. She began asking a percentage. But murder? You've got to be kidding.
Insurance fraud, jewellery theft, crimes committed overseas, adultery, embezzlement, internet hacking.
The suspense is killing me.
Suspense is not what killed Nilly, though. She was poisoned, slow acting, a mixture of siamamazine with benzodiazepines and antidepressants.
But how?
Administered in a flask of palinka. I lifted it on my last visit, did a little chemical analysis.
So, who did it?
Patience. I would like to share a little bit about myself beforehand. I've lived here over 20 years here in Ashkelon. It was a struggle to be allowed into this fine country. I'm not Jewish. No right of return for me. But I owed this country a lot. My family did. I needed to cleanse our souls, so to speak. I grew up hearing about the guilt of what some of my countrymen did to you. or particular, my grandfather. He served in the British military before and after the war. He served here before you fought directly for your state. Did you ever go to Akko, to the old British prison there? I did. I saw the room where my grandfather, as a British officer, hung Jewish prisoners. I saw the room, the walls, the noose. I decided to move here and make amends. I settled as far south as I could from Akko, here in Ashkelon. I know Eilat is further south, but I am quite fond of the Mediterranean. We expats love a good coastline.
Excuse me, Officer Baker, but in my jargon, this is a lot of exposition. Can you get to the point?
Yes, yes. I read Nilly's memoir as her daughter thought there might be something that would help with this case. Beryl, I believe you read it as well?
Yes, she asked me to proofread it before sending it off. I dropped it off the day before she died.
I found it interesting as my grandfather's British cohorts were featured in several chapters. Did you know, young lady, that your grandmother was a sought-after criminal? There were wanted posters with her face on them posted all over Palestine.
What did she do?
Freedom fighter, resistor, terrorist, pick your term. Just as the British were having issues with the Jews at that time, the Jews were having issues with the British and the Arabs, and the Jews were having issues with other Jews. Ben Gurion and his lot were trying to negotiate for a new Jewish state. Organizations like the Etzel and Stern Gang, well, they were trying to speed up the process by bombing railway tracks, military bases, and even hotels, trying to force the British out.
Like the King David Hotel bombing?
Yes, even though they sent warnings out, word didn't reach most of the innocent civilians inside. 91 were killed.
Like my grandfather, my mother's father, David Sperling.
Yes, his name is listed on the front page of the Palestine Post.
Third name down on the left column side.
And when you read Nilly's memoir, you realized that Nilly was responsible for your grandfather's death. She was part of the gang that planted the explosive milk canisters.
My mother never recovered.
And I venture to guess, even though you didn't know him, you never recovered either.
I had to do it. I had to avenge his death. I owed it to my mother.
Oh, how could you?
Neely didn't just murder my grandfather. In a way, she also murdered the soul of his daughter, my mother. I could not do it. Don't you see? Justice had to be done. Justice had to be done.
And it shall, Beryl Sperling, it shall. Please come with me. Ladies, excuse us, and you'll all be hearing back from me very soon. Very soon. Good day to you.
My name is Beryl Sperling. I'm a writer. That's what I do. I write. I don't sell much, but I write. I write nowadays from behind the bars of the Shikma prison in Ashkelon. Tzedek, Tzedek, Tirdof. Justice, justice, you should pursue. I guess I just went a little too far.